Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio and happy 2023. And you know what that means. Torrent Freak has released their list of the most downloaded TV shows on BitTorrent for 2022. Now, I could do this video one of two ways. I can do this like Watch Mojo, where I give you some bullshit introductory spiel about, about Torrent Freak releasing their BitTorrent list for 2022 and going down from least popular to most popular, or I can just drop the whole list right here and then ramble like I always do. I'm just gonna drop the whole list right here. Here's the top 10 list. Most pirated show off of BitTorrent 2022 was House of the Dragon from HBO Max. Well, I could tell you this, no shit, Sherlock. Especially when you realize that Game of Thrones itself was the most pirated show on the planet for what, like 6 or 7 years, back when that was popular. In fact, I remember when it was made headlines that the season 8 premiere of Game of Thrones was pirated almost 55 million times in the first 24 hours. And before you go, oh, poor HBO, how are they gonna ever survive? HBO was also reporting viewership records being set for the season 8 premiere of Game of Thrones. Let me see if I can find it in this Verge article. I believe it was like that. Here it is right here. HBO saw a total of 17.4 million viewers across its 3 platforms for the season 8 premiere of Game of Thrones. Second most pirated show of 2022. Second most downloaded TV show on BitTorrent, because BitTorrent is not the only torrent client out there. Second most downloaded show on BitTorrent, Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power. Third most pirated show, The Boys. Fourth most pirated show, Moon Knight. Fifth most pirated show, Halo. Sixth most pirated show, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Seventh most pirated show, The Book of Boba Fett. Eighth most pirated show, Stranger Things. Ninth most pirated show, She-Hulk: Attorney at Law. And the 10th most pirated show, Andor. Now, this is where it's a little unique from just a year prior. If we look at the most pirated shows of 2021, from greatest to least, it was Season 1 of Loki, Season 1 of WandaVision, Rick and Morty Season 5, Season 1 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Season 10 of The Walking Dead, Season 8 of Game of Thrones was actually number 6. Loki actually beat Game of Thrones as the most pirated show of 2021, believe it or not. Seventh most pirated show of 2021 was Season 7 of The Flash. Eighth most pirated show of 2021 was Season 6 of Vikings. Ninth most pirated show was Season 1 of True Beauty, which was I believe was a South Korean, like a South Korean soap opera or South Korean drama. It's a South Korean show. And coming in at number 10 most pirated show of 2021 was Superman and Lois. But here's where I mean by this is really weird, right? Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, those were all streaming shows, right? Rick and Morty was on Adult Swim. The Walking Dead was AMC. Game of Thrones was HBO. The Flash was on the CW. Vikings was on the History Channel. Like I said, True Beauty was a South Korean show. And then Superman and Lois was on the CW. So, you have this list pretty much dominated by cable shows, right? Rick and Morty, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Flash, Vikings. And then you get to 2022, and the most pirated shows are all streaming shows. House of the Dragon is exclusive to HBO Max. Rings of Power, exclusive to Amazon Prime. The Boys, Amazon Prime. Moon Knight, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, She-Hulk, and Andor are all on Disney+. Halo was on Paramount Plus. Stranger Things is on Netflix. So here's the funny part is that the top 10 most pirated shows of 2022 is actually not indicative of what was the most popular show on television. Do you know what the most popular show on television is right now as of the recording of this video? It's not in the top 10 of most torrented shows on BitTorrent. No, the most popular show right now on television, at least here in the United States, is Yellowstone. Yet you don't see where's Yellowstone on the top 10 list of most pirated shows, right? Just because something is insanely pirated does not mean that it's popular. Now, Uprocks here, Uprocks here. This is the site that I'm pulling this list from. They're pulling it from Torrent Freak. Let me read this last paragraph in their article for you. Torrent Freak notes that the list is quote-unquote entirely made up of newcomers. This also means that Rick and Morty, a regular on the list for several years, has dropped off. All 10 shows are what you might call nerds, or quote-unquote nerd shows. And then their opinion, I choose to believe this means everyone is watching Reservation Dogs through legal means instead of what's actually going on, which is nerd culture dominating the entertainment industry. I don't think it's that, because as I brought up, Yellowstone is the most popular show right now, at least in the US, yet it's not in the top 10 of Torrent Freak's most downloaded TV shows on BitTorrent. Right? Here's what I think is really happening, and Torrent Freak puts it really best right here with this one paragraph. With the current streaming landscape being so fragmented, it is no surprise that streaming exclusives dominate the list today. Apparently, many people see piracy as an alternative to taking out yet another subscription. And I think that's why I have to agree with Torrent Freak. Why are we seeing that the top 10 most pirated shows of 2022 are all streaming exclusives? Because now we have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, what are other ones? Discovery Plus, I know I'm probably missing some. This is how fucking many they are. I think I already said, okay, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I forgot about that. Is on the frickin' list. Like I said, Discovery Plus is yet another one. Apple TV Plus, and that's not even including all of the freemium services like Tubi TV, which offers its own originals. Freevee, which formerly known as IMDb TV, also has its own exclusives. Pluto TV, to my knowledge, doesn't have any exclusives, but still a free streaming service. Again, we are now seeing the long-term ramifications of all of this fragmentation in the streaming market. Right, is that, House of the Dragon, I mean, sure, is one of the most pirated shows, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the most popular show on television right now. They brought up Reservation Dogs. I argue the reason why no one is really pirating the FX shows is because they're made available the next day on Hulu, and the vast majority of FX's shows are also on Hulu. So why would anyone risk torrenting, a show like Reservation Dogs or Mayans MC? But it's like, are you going to really pay that? Are you going to really subscribe to HBO Max if you just want to watch House of the Dragon? No, you're just going to download House of the Dragon. Are you going to subscribe to Paramount Plus if you only want to watch Halo? No, you're just going to torrent Halo, right? So again, I think what we're honestly seeing is the long-term ramifications of all of this fragmentation in the streaming market. I've been saying for a long time that this was completely inevitable. And now how this plays out over 2022, that this may just be a statistical anomaly. We're going to have to wait to see. We're going to have to wait for the list of the most pirated shows of 2022 before we can say definitively that this is a watershed moment. Because like I said, for all we know, this could just be a statistical anomaly. So I'll end the video with this. It is easy to say that, well, this is a sign of the fragmentation of the streaming market. But as I said, we need to wait to see the list of the most pirated shows of 2023. I think I said 2022 earlier. This is the most pirated shows of 2022. I have to get a new headspace, but still. We need to wait another year. Otherwise, right now, you could easily write this off as a statistical anomaly. but let me know if you've seen one or two of these shows. And for the love of God, if you actually torrented these shows, please do not admit that in the comments section, because I don't think that you want the FBI to bang your door down, or even worse yet, I don't think that you want to make Lars Ulrich cry.
Hello? Hey, frat boy. What the hell do you think you're doing, man?
Holy crap! Do you know who you are? You're freaking Lars Ulrich from Metallica. I love everything you do. Well, except for that bad show you hosted.
You know what? Maybe I wouldn't have to whore myself out if you kids didn't steal my music.
Whoa. We're not stealing, okay? We're just sharing with each other, you know?
So it's like if I take this soda can right here, take a sip out of it.
Oh, my God. I'm sharing my soda with Lars Ulrich. Oh,
And you know what? I'm just sharing 10 years of groupies with you, frat boy. I'm starting to like this whole sharing thing. Hey, boys!
oh, yeah.
Hey, Bobby, some crazy roadies just stole my car.
Not the Pinto!
Napster. Sharing's only fun when it's not your stuff.
Yes, that's where we're going to end the video off right there. I'm not even going to say anymore. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following along with me, I'm terrible at ending these videos, so I will just see you guys next time.